What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy, Cardinal Bud Crawford. Nah, just playing. It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we're back for another one. Alright, y'all. Topic for today is Manny Pacquiao's next fight, cleaning up the welterweight division, Errol, Spence, and Bud Crawford. Alright, y'all, so, Manny Pacquiao just lost the Philippines presidential election. He didn't just lose it. Well, it was about a week and a half ago. And it's posing a new question because I believe it's like four, maybe 5 years. I think it's like 4 or 5 years before he can actually run again. So he's got a lot of time on his hands at this point. And he didn't have a bad fight against Ugas. He just had a awkward fight against Ugas. It wasn't the Pacquiao everybody was expecting. So, the new question that's come up is, will there be a Pacquiao's next fight now? Will Pacquiao make his second return from retirement and perhaps clean up the welterweight division as he was trying to do before the Ugas fight? Now, let's move on to cleaning up the welterweight division. Let's define cleaning up the welterweight division. To me, cleaning up the welterweight division would be champions fighting champions, one guy winning the majority of the belts, becoming undisputed, and ultimately becoming the king of the welterweight division. That, to me, is cleaning up the welterweight division. I don't know how everybody else defines it, but that's how I define it. And to me, that's basically what Errol Spence has done. Errol Spence has fought champions, beat champions, got those belts, and now he's in position to, it's looking really good like he's going to become the welterweight undisputed champion of the world. Now, we all know there's the other guy out there, Terence Bud Crawford. Now, I know a lot of people feel like Bud Crawford is cleaning up the welterweight division. Like, Terence Crawford is the guy cleaning up the welterweight division. But this is what we have to understand about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, unlike Errol Spence, Crawford's only beaten, let me take that back. Crawford's only beaten one sitting champion. Think about that. Terence Crawford has only beaten one sitting champion in the welterweight division. We're not talking about what he did at 140. We're not talking about what he did in all these other divisions. Because when Errol Spence put that out there, I'm going to clean up the welterweight division, he didn't say I was cleaning up boxing. He said I'm cleaning up the welterweight division in boxing. So I think a lot of people have been misinterpreting what he said and trying to paint it like, he's not giving Terence. It's weird because it's like they're making it out to where, since he's not making it easy for Crawford to get the fight, that he's not trying to clean up the welterweight division, which really doesn't make any sense to me, because he ultimately shouldn't have to bow down to Crawford. He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do, cleaning up the welterweight division. Champions fighting champions, gaining belts, has been doing it in style, whether you like him or not. I'm not a Spence fan. I'm not a Crawford fan. I'm a Pacquiao fan. But, at the end of the day, I have to give Errol Spence credit for doing what he said he was going to do and doing it in the fashion that he said he was going to do it in. And he's done it, he's done it actually quicker than I thought he would. I thought Pacquiao would throw a monkey wrench in everything. You gotta watch people around here. You know what I'm saying? You know, people pulling up slow. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I thought Pacquiao would throw a monkey wrench in everything. And when he was going to fight Ugas, get his belt back, I'm like, okay, Pacquiao might be able to draw this thing out a little bit more. Well, you know, ultimately, you know, Ugas beat Pacquiao, Spence beat Ugas. Now we're in a situation where I think Crawford fans they're like antsy at the moment. They're really they want that fight, man, because they feel like they can win. But it's not even about. It's now it's to the point now. And I told y'all this was gonna happen when Errol Spence gets 3 of those belts. He has all the negotiating power. He can make a lot of stuff happen, and he can stall Terence Crawford out if he wants to. Now, will he decide to stall Terence Crawford? I don't think so, because I do think he wants to make a move to 154. So, how long can you stall Crawford out if you're actually trying to fight at 154? Because these guys aren't doing anything but getting older. Canelo just got beat, you know, in boxing. Everybody has a puncher's chance. So, hey, you don't want to be playing with Father Time. It's undefeated. Now, dude. Now, here's the thing to me. If Pacquiao does decide to come back, and I just put out a poll, go check out the poll and vote on the poll. Let me know who y'all think he should fight next. Who should he actually fight next? You know, I think a lot of people want to see him avenge himself against Ugas. But I think if he's going to actually come back and fight next, it should be champions or nothing. You know, he shouldn't really waste his time on a tune-up. He should get in the best shape he can and fight Crawford, Spence, or there is another name out there he could fight. If he can't get Crawford or Spence to sign off, there's another really huge name out there that I think Pacquiao could match up with, and it would be a humongous fight. And it's a winnable fight against a huge name. And I think a lot of people are sidestepping this. But Pacquiao versus Josh Taylor would be an interesting fight. And you know, Josh Taylor does want to move up to 147. And he was talking about taking on Spence, you know, or Crawford. And I don't think he gave such a good showing in his last fight. But if he still wanted to move up to 147, why not try to make a fight with Manny Pacquiao? You know, why not? You know, because that would make your name. You know, people would tune in. You know, they're going to try to find out who you are. And it would. You have a huge fan base in the UK. He has a huge Filipino fan base. It's like a win-win for both of those guys. There are other names out there Pacquiao could match up with if he decided to come back. Thurman. Porter, perhaps. Danny. Mikey. What's his name? Ryan. There's plenty of names he can pick from. But I think it should be champion or bust. Or take that big money fight. I know he would have to go deal with Bob Arum, but the Josh Taylor fight would be humongous for Manny Pacquiao. Now, if he wanted to ultimately come back and try to reclaim glory in the welterweight division, if that's his, you know, that's what he would, if that's what he would be hanging his hat on, I would say you either got to go after Spence or Crawford. You know, one of those two guys. Don't try to fight a Boots. Don't try to go back and rematch Thurman. Don't try to go get Ugas. You know, get the Spence or the Crawford fight. And win or lose, you know, let it go off that fight. If you beat one, move on to the next. If you lose, then you can ultimately retire. I think that would be the perfect time to retire. Personally, I don't think he should. I don't think he should push it. You know, I don't want to ever see Pacquiao try to push it to a point where he's seriously hurt. Let me know what y'all think about that. You know, cleaning up the welterweight division in boxing. Manny Pacquiao's next fight, Spence and Crawford. Who's cleaning up the welterweight division? Who's actually cleaning up the welterweight division? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we are